What's up, Knights of X? The beginning of Cobb Vanth's Conquest has begun, and I've had some time to dive deep into Sector 1 to find some awesome cheeses for you guys to increase the efficiency in terms of your energy and to make sure you guys can get Red Crate as quickly and as efficient and less stressful as possible. So I have the perfect guide for you guys to get you there. We have Buff Disruption done in a single battle on full auto walk away type of situation. Just got to set up the beginning half and then you're going to be absolutely fine. No need to have a high relic or high gear Stormtrooper Luke. He's not even touched in the battle at all. Relic Delta can hurt and help you without this conquest. So really going to show you some awesome data disc combos that I have discovered really early on. But for the first couple of battles, I didn't even have any data disc attached at all. I'm talking zero. So as the sector goes later on, as soon as I get to the mini boss node, I start to add in some more data discs. But what I want to show you guys really quickly is the combination that I was working with before I dive into the video, because I have everything recorded for you guys. But I just completed Sector 1. Really, really efficient, nice and easy, not bad at all. I was able to get the cup done, buff disruption, and the bonus turns in a matter of like 3 or 4 battles. Besides the cup one, very, very easy. Bonus turns was 2 battles, buff disruption was 1, and the cup one took 10. The mini boss and final boss nodes are really, really easy. So the combination that I'm working with today is going to be this setup. It is actually really, really strong. The first thing is I immediately got weak spot. We know how this data disc is. If you find it, pick it up. It is by far the strongest data disc in the entire Conquest by far. It literally turns it into easy mode. If you guys are trying to get that Mandalorian cheese that I've been hyping up in my previous Conquest videos for Cobb Vanth, highly recommend you guys check that out, by the way. I'll leave the description down below. And also join my Discord. I have a bunch of infographics to help out throughout the sectors. It makes your life a lot easier. So come ahead and join Discord. But the data disc, weak spot, overpowered. Pick it up. Makes all the cheeses for low gear characters a breeze. Next up, I'm a really big fan of the one on the bottom. Assertive Command. Every time you do a basic ability, a random ally assist dealing 50% less damage. I tend to find that making the cheeses a lot easier. Having an extra character attack at a turn on a basic is very, very nice to have. But these 3 combos, which Volatile Accelerator is back, extremely strong. But if you tie that in with Desolation, a brand new data disc, as well with Unstable Decelerator, they have really good synergy together. You're going to get some crazy offense and max health ramping throughout this battle. So, you see Volatile Accelerator. When an ally deals damage to an enemy, that enemy gains 8% turn meter and 3 damage over time through 2 turns. That's going to scale really well with Desolation. Whenever an enemy loses turn meter or is inflicted with a damage over time, all non-attacker allies gain 3% offense, and all non-tank allies gain 3% max health until the end of the battle. That is very nice to have. You're increasing your offense while making your other non-tank allies more tanky. It's kind of interesting how they did it. They made the non-attackers gain offense and the non-tank allies gain max health. So it's kind of like a Uno reverse card in terms of the type swap, but very cool. But it also works well with this. Whenever an ally deals damage to an enemy, that enemy loses 6.5% turn meter. So you pair these 3 together, it creates a very deadly combo. So I wanted to showcase a very early, very strong data disc combination. I'm practically going to be using this for the entire first half of Conquest. It seems to be very overpowered. If you have the right teams and the right setup like this, it's extremely strong. But what we're here for the gameplay on how to get this done in a single battle, the buff disruption, all the other fun stuff. So let's get to the PowerPoint and have some fun here. So as you can see right here, I have it all recorded in a video format. And second battle, found it on the second battle, Droideka node. I found at least 4 in Sector 1. All you have to do is find 1. It could be a Count Dooku lead, a new Gunray lead. It could be a General Grievous lead. You have to find 1. That is it. It makes it easy mode. I don't want to have to go through buff disruption through 10 different battles to get this done. I'm sure there's going to be other cheeses done once we get the F-134 training disc part of our roster. But until then, get it done. One and done. Nice and easy. So what I did is I found a Droideka node. What you want to do, and I'm going to make me a little bit bigger. I didn't realize why I'm so small over here. It's probably from my other video. We're going to move me over. That's the team. A regular CLS team with C-3PO and Stormtrooper Luke. All you have to do, they all start under stealth, which is awesome. Han's going to go first, so he's going to be the one exposed, which is nice because that means your Stormtrooper Luke is going to be safe. So Relic Delta is helping me out here. So I have Relic 7 on a majority of my characters, but your Stormtrooper Luke is not touched, and he goes back under stealth if you do that ability. So all you have to do is make sure you kill the entire enemy team before they take a turn. And your Stormtrooper Luke could be gear 12, could be nothing, absolutely nothing. Auto basic for the rest of the battle. That is it. You walk away, make yourself a coffee, get some Java juice, whatever. Do some push-ups, get a good workout in. You walk away. Stormtrooper Luke on a basic ability is landing buff disruption. That's the most important about this. It cannot be when it's attacked out of turn. It has to be on his turn. But in a 4-minute period of this battle on full auto basic, by the way, not full auto basic, you want to do it on 4x speed, and you're going to be fine. There's a ton of ways to dispel the damage immunity, but if you don't, just don't do it on full auto, because we have a lot of ways of dispelling it. So, auto basic, I'm going to fast forward all the way to the final 30 seconds, because obviously this takes a little bit of time, but we're going to fast forward over here, and we'll let this play out for the next 15 seconds. Look how many exposes and stacks of charge that the Droideka has. So that just shows you how many turns we've taken. If you divide that by all 5 of them, they've definitely taken more than 30 turns each. And the cool thing about this is you're also getting Tenacity Down done, which is a global feat, which is not that hard to get, but now I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the Conquest. It's nice and easy. And as you're going to see here, we get 70 Tenacity Down and 30 buff disruption in one battle. Nice and easy. Next up, I want to showcase the bonus turns. Every single Conquest, Gungans are my go-to for this. It can be done in one battle, it can be done in 2. So I found a Inquisitor node, and I threw it on full auto in the beginning, and I was like, you know what, let me throw it on full auto basic to try to stall this out a little bit. So they're going to go ahead, take some turns, but whatever is written in the game code, they're calculating so much bonus turns towards the feat that I think I got 43 at the end of this battle. And I'll showcase it right at the end. It's practically a 1 or 2 battle thing. Sometimes you get 50 in one, sometimes you don't. It's not the end of the world. If you have Gungans up and running, good for you. It's going to make it very, very easy. So as you can see, I got 43. I go into the next battle, do it again, and I'm going to get my 50 bonus turns. But do not worry. If you do not have Gungans unlocked in your roster, there's another way to get bonus turns that are going to tie in very well with your global feat and also the sector feat that I'm going to show off for two separate teams. So don't worry if you don't have Gungans. Not the end of the world. So that's the end of that battle. I am going to showcase at the end. We get the 50 bonus turns just like that. That's 5 key cards. Not that stressful. But this is what I'm talking about. Great Mothers with Asajj, Spirit, and Death Trooper Peridia. We start with Foresight. So that's 3 characters getting Foresight. That's going to help you get to your global feat. Great Mother start the battle, putting Blessed and Doomed on enemies. That's a bonus turn. So every time you get a kill, that's a bonus turn. We're all getting Foresight. Asajj is getting her squad battle. So we are literally tying in a bunch of feats. We get Tenacity down there. So this is the perfect feat for Sector 1. And if you have Great Mothers up and running, that's a great way to get the bonus turns and the global feat for Asajj. So really awesome stuff. Next thing I want to showcase is going to be surviving with Cup. Cup is, many players might have him at Relic 9. So good for you. If you don't worry. If you have Jedi Master Kenobi, it's easy mode. I want to showcase this for more endgame players. If you have Kenobi up and running, just throw in Cup. You're getting the Foresight up and running. You're getting the Cup Survive feat. It's really not hard. So just wanted to showcase for anyone that's mid-endgame has Kenobi. Don't even need Cat. Cup is a very easy plug-and-play character right in there, then and there. Next up, Queen Amidala. Just throw in Cup. Throw in Grandmaster Yoda as well because he's giving Foresight to the team, which is going to help pair up with your global feat. You do this a couple battles through Sector 1. You're going to be really ramping up your Foresight just like that. And Padawan Obi-Wan is dealing a lot of damage. They literally cannot touch your Cup unless the decoy is taken out, which is very hard to do for them, especially with Relic Delta. If you have a high Relic Queen Amidala, you're going to be in great shape. But do not worry if you do not have JMK or Queen Amidala. I showcase another variation of the battle later with a very early legendary character, Padme Amidala, which makes it also very easy. As long as you have a certain data disk, you can keep your Cup around and survive. It's not that hard. So next up, we're going to skip right over to the mini-boss node. Win with a full squad of Tuskens. This is where I start to include my data disk. I had Weak Spot and Assertive Command only for this battle. If you have, this is practically, do you have Tuskens in your roster or not? That's practically what this feat is. It's really not hard. Even with Relic Delta, I think you're going to be absolutely okay. I would try to go for Echo first because he does have a very annoying AoE daze. And Tech is target number 2 because he does have a cleanse, and he gives Foresight to his team with Tenacity up, and it's kind of annoying. But as you can see here, that didn't do a lot of damage to me. I have Relic 5 Tuskens, not that big of a difference. I think I might have Relic 7 on a couple of them, but mostly Relic 5. So if you did end up getting that Lightspeed bundle for Tuskens, you're in really good shape. If you're a newer game player that doesn't have Tuskens unlocked, don't worry about this feat. It's not the end of the world. I believe it's either 2 or 3 key cards. Even if you have Gear 11, or very low gear and higher gear Warrior and Chieftain, I'm sure they can carry the battle very, very easily. So do not worry if you don't have Tuskens at high Relic or gear. It's not that bad. So I do want to showcase for anyone that does have them. I think the turn order is just try to go for Echo first. Not that hard, or big brain theory crafting here. It's just practically, do you have the team or not? And at the end of this, you're going to see we get our 2 key cards. It's 2. This is the team I'm talking about. It's also going to be useful for the mini boss node. You have to win with only light side characters in your squad. Cup is going to work very well with Padme Amidala because she can deal extra damage based off of her courage. And if you don't have a high gear Cup, you're going to be okay. Jedi Master or General Kenobi is a great tank for this team. He's going to be taunting for the majority of the battle. Cup is already doing some work. He's at Relic 9. But do not worry. The enemy team barely takes a turn. If you have Padme Amidala, it's a great way to utilize the Cup Survive feat, which leads into the next one. This is going to be a Survive feat, which can be used for also Silvo and Vane in Sector 1. It's really not hard. So what you want to do is you use Maul, gets the weapon tech with Watt. You go ahead and use Canderous, and it's really, really easy. Does the AoE. Maul's going to get a bonus turn. The enemy team barely takes a turn. So I did want to showcase this. This is for the Zuckuss Survive in the final boss node. Maul works great. In terms of the Vane and Silvo surviving, it's the same exact concept. Take Django out, put Silvo and Vane, and that's the combination. If you use the data disc combos that I was showcasing previously, it's just going to be easy mode. So if I don't showcase a battle with Vane and Silvo, it's practically Maul, Canderous, Wat Tambor. Use the data disc combination that I was showing you. Same strategy. Put the weapon tech on either Canderous or Maul. Maul does his AoE middle special. Canderous does his second special with his AoE. Maul is going to gain 100% turn meter. He does all the stacks of Anguish, which is giving him constant bonus turns. So it's a great way to stack up a bunch of different feats in one. So I did want to showcase this. So this works for the final boss node as well for the Vane and Silvo Survive feat. So that's a no-brainer. And then the last one for Sector 1 is a straight up, do you have the character or not? Stranger. If you have him, I'm sure a lot of the community is going to have him at Relics. He's a very, very good character. So over here, you're going to see, I go for the second special. He does an assist, and he doesn't get the kill, but he does have a locked retribution. So his counterattacks are doing crazy, crazy things. I saved the big hit from Maul, and it ends up being a one-shot at 133k. And that's it. It's really not that hard. Sector 1, for the most part, is really easy. I think the biggest question mark was the buff disruption, but we got it figured out. It's really not that hard. For Vane and Silvo, like I said, the Maul, DeLorean, Canderous, Wat Tambor cheese is your way to go. If you have Galactic Legends, throw in your Vane and Silvo with your Galactic Legend teams. If you have Pirate King Hondo and you're fortunate enough to use him, use Pirate King Hondo. But that's going to practically wrap up Sector 1, guys. Nice and easy, not too long. Hopefully you guys found it useful. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support me, your boy Vexed, on his road to 10,000 subs. If you want a little bit more help with the Conquest in general, join my Discord. Look at the infographic section. It is a life changer, I promise you. And it's actually on Hot Utils now. My fellow guildmate Crimson made a Hot Utils template for all my infographic teams. So I highly recommend that if you are on Hot Utils to use that template. So again, guys, if you found this useful, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your guilds. And I'll catch you guys in the next one for Sector 2. May the Force be with you all. Peace.